Hi, friends. Welcome to another episode of Your Age is Not Your Cage with Carla Allen. And look, I'm on video. This is not just audio this time. So if you want to watch the video, you can go to YouTube at Your Age is Not Your Cage with Carla Allen and watch it there. But I thought I would try out my video and share a little bit of who I am, my story, why I'm doing this, why I'm so passionate about sharing other stories that will help everyone out there. Everyone has a story and a voice to share that God gave you, and your story can help someone else. It's my passion to do that. I am so passionate about health, fitness, women of all ages, and believing in yourself and that you can do anything at any age, which can mean young or older. It doesn't matter. Your age is not your cage. So I am here just to share a little bit of my story, what I'm all about, and just help you get to know me a little bit. So my name is Carla Allen. Your age is not your cage is a name that I came up with. I feel like I heard it somewhere. I honestly don't remember, but it's something that has stuck with me. And I always felt like I was supposed to do something with it. And your age is not your cage. People ask me what that means. I have hats that say it. I should have wore it, but I wore my happy hat today. But it just means no matter your age, young, that can be young, middle school, high school, college, whatever it is. You are never too young to make a difference and to help others. Never. Your voice matters. Don't let anyone silence your voice. And then as we get older, we are almost made to feel in this culture, in this society now, that you don't matter as you age. And it is a lie. Do not believe it. It is a lie. You can keep doing anything you want at any age. So let me back up and say I am 58 years old, and I started a podcast at 58. I started health coaching at 55. There's no stopping. Why give up on your dreams just because of a number? I don't feel 58 at all. Now, there's some days I might feel a little bit like that, but your age is not your cage, just means you have a voice and stories to share to help others. And that's what we're called to do. That's why we're here. And I gave my business to the Lord a long time ago. And once I started letting him work in everything, it just works beautifully. And I'm able to just share the things that he puts on my heart. I let him lead every step of the way. It is not about me. And anytime I feel like maybe I'm making it about me, I say, Lord, take this from me. I want it to be about you and for you to get all the glory in everything I do. And so that is also what I'm all about. My faith, my Jesus is my rock, my strength. And that is what I stand on. And I could not do this life without him. And so my journey began with such a passion for helping others with their health, fitness, exercise life, whatever it may be, nutritional. Back, I was like everybody else. I grew up in an era of literally eating Pop-Tarts and Cocoa Puffs, and I drank sodas and milk and just all the things. And I had so many stomach issues as a kid, but I had no idea. And if I was diagnosed with IBS, like so many are. And I do believe IBS is a real thing, but I also believe it's a label that is just put on things just because we don't know what's going on. But I went years with not feeling well, with just awful stomach aches and just constant, TMI, but diarrhea, and just I felt awful, but I had no idea what was going on. And I just continued eating and doing all the things. So then as I, got older, and it really was not until I had kids, even my kids, I wasn't making all the best decisions when they were little. I would do so many things different now, but it is what it is. And I did the best I could with what I knew. But really, it was my son, Jake, who is an amazing young man now. But my son, when he was a baby, I didn't even know then, but every time he fed, like immediately after breastfeeding anything, he he got rid of it. He couldn't keep things down. And it was a continual process. And we were always just told it's gas, it's this, it's that. And I didn't know any better. And so as he started getting older, he just had more and more issues. And so as a young boy, about first and second grade, he started to suffer greatly, and he started losing weight. And every few days he would vomit. He felt horrible. He got where he didn't want to go to school. He was so miserable, and he was so terrified of getting sick again. And so I started food logging, journaling, and keeping track of what I was feeding him. And we started taking him to doctors, gastroenterologists. Our poor little boy at that age, I believe it was second grade, endured a colonoscopy, endoscopy, numerous doctor visits, labs, blood withdrawals, where they couldn't even get blood out of him because his poor little body was so depleted and he was so emancipated. And I would leave just crying, and I would just be in such turmoil, like, Lord, what do I do for our son? And it was so hard on my husband and I. We wanted to make good choices for him. And I don't know if this was my wake up call, but I do recall one day when he was little and he was sitting in the tub, and I walked through the bathroom and I saw his little body just shrinking, like skeleton like. And I left the room crying. I'm like, we have to do something for him. And we can't listen anymore to just give him this medicine, that medicine, this medicine. And so at that point, we took him to a naturopath. We did a lot of testing on him, food, allergies, sensitivities, and we found most of the things we were feeding our son were what were making him so sick. And I remember having to tell him what was going on. And I was nervous because I thought he's going to be so upset, all the things that now he cannot have, that we have to, try and make some changes and see if it makes a difference in his body. And I still remember Jake telling me, Mommy, I don't care. As long as I feel better, I don't care what I have to do. And so that began our health journey. That began the journey where I dug in deep research, read every book I could get my hand on. And that is where my passion came from. When I started to see the difference in our son, it was fuel to the fire to fight for other people, fight for other kids. The school we went to was a little private school, and we ended up forming a group. And it was back then, gluten-free, all the things. You couldn't find products. I would go to the store. I would have to try and make things. My family can tell you it was horrible. I remember making some biscuits or something, and literally, I think we used them as targets outside. They were hard as rocks. It was horrible. I emptied the pantry of everything. Our whole family got on board with everything. And soon we started seeing changes. But back to the school, we started a program in the school for kids with food allergies and sensitivities. And from what I understand now, this private school, which way back, I mean, my son is now almost 23. So back then they had nothing, and we had to bring in all of Jake's food. Anytime there was a birthday party or anything, he was that kid that had to have the special cupcake or cookie, where now that's more of the norm, sadly. But it's true, it's more the norm in our schools and society today, because what is being done to our food and our environment is just toxic to our bodies. But that school started a program. From what I understand now, they have a whole, entire nutritional gluten-free food sensitivity, food allergy section. And that's amazing. Back then, he was made to feel like abnormal and awkward, and it was tough as a little boy. And one of the books that I read that really changed my world was called Unhealthy Truths. And I will link anything I talk about in the show notes, because I believe there's so much information that you can arm yourself and become your own best health advocate to help your family, your kids, your friends, that you can be a voice for this. And so I will share all that in the show notes. That began my journey. Our daughter also went through several things as she was a baby, and as she has grown up, there's been things that she's dealt with too, with skin or stomach issues with foods. And so it is a constant thing that we address and learn and deal with in our family. Both of my kids are adults and grown now, and make their own choices. But I have such a desire now to help others. So that's why I kept pursuing more and more and more, and researching and taking courses and getting certified. I always taught fitness boot camps. I taught indoor rowing, TRX. I love health and fitness. I love taking care of your body, moving your body, learning. I'm such a nerd and I'm such a geek about learning all the things that are good to put in your body and the things that aren't. And I love helping others to learn these things too. And I think people know it by my passion in it. And sometimes I go a little too far and I don't shut up about it, but that's okay because it is my passion. But so that began my journey. And watching also a big piece of my journey, and a very difficult part of my life right now, is watching my dad, who was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes at about age 55. I have seen him go through so many things. If you think type 2 diabetes is not, it's not a big deal, I'll just take insulin, I'll do whatever. It is a big deal. Don't let yourself get there. If you have pre-diabetes, do all the things you can to change your lifestyle, your health, your nutrition. Reach out to me if you want help or have questions. But my dad did great for a long time. And then he would go up and down and off, off program. And he started having trouble with his feet. He got diabetic wounds. You don't want diabetic wounds, huge sores. You can have your feet amputated from things like this. My dad came very close to some major surgeries. He has artery issues in his legs. He has eye trouble. Type 2 diabetes is known for that. My dad has had to have 10 injections right into his eyeball for the blood that accumulates behind his eyes from diabetes. It is not just something that, oh, I'm taking in too much sugar, I'll just take insulin. No, it affects your health the rest of your life as you get older. And now it has been linked to Alzheimer's and dementia and brain cognitive function. So take it seriously. I can tell you right now, from what I'm watching my dad go through and suffer from vascular dementia and Alzheimer's, is something nobody wants to go through. Nobody wants to watch their family go through this. It's one of the hardest, most difficult things, most difficult seasons and chapters of my life, watching my strong, athletic dad just helpless, and his mind, it's just not there, and not remembering things, and can't function and do the things he used to. It is an awful disease. So again, these are all things that keep me on fire, fuels my fire, just put gas on my fire, and I will learn more. I don't have a doctorate degree. I don't have all the answers, but I can assure you what I do have is the desire to learn, the passion to learn, the compassion and empathy to help others to change their life, change the direction, the path that they're going. That is what I am just on fire about doing. And I don't even promote myself that much as a health coach. I should more than I do. But I do primarily help women. That's where I land and where I'm at. And I help them with just everything from A to Z. And we start with basics and help you learn to become your own best health advocate. You've got to advocate for yourself in your health. When you go to the doctors, be armed and equipped with the things you need to get your answers you need and the best health possible for you. Don't accept that aches, pains, normal blood tests are all you need, because the normal range doesn't mean it's normal for you. It means it's normal for this study that they did. If you are having symptoms, listen to that and keep finding someone that will help you until you do get answers and you get help. Don't let anyone write it off to you're crazy, you're just getting older, it's the way it is, it's just perimenopause, menopause, hormones. Don't just write that off as, oh, okay, and then accept a pill or a medication, because you've got to get to the root cause. And that is what I want you to hear here. Get to the root cause. Don't put a Band-Aid. A Band-Aid's going to do nothing, and more things will come up as you keep going down the road. Get to the root cause. Find someone that will help you. I believe that medical doctors have their place, Western medicine, and I love Eastern medicine. I believe in functional medicine practitioners, naturopaths, holistic route, chiropractic care. I believe in full circle care for someone that can help you. So equip yourself, empower yourself, use someone like me or anybody. Get someone that can pour into you and help you learn, so you can be an example to your kids, your grandkids. Don't you want to be able to play with your grandkids? I had kids older, so I have got to keep myself young and be able to bend down, stoop down. That is why I am a firm believer in lifting weights and doing body movement exercises that will keep you playing with those kids and grandkids. It'll get you doing squats, push-ups, things that can build strength, protect your bones. If you fall as you're older, but you have been strengthening your muscles, which in turn strengthens your bones and protects them, then you have a much greater chance of not being seriously injured and a faster recovery. So I think that is mainly what I wanted to share, is why I do what I do. I am a health coach, but more importantly, my passion lies first and foremost in Jesus Christ and what he has for me. But it is me wanting to be a blessing and a gift to others by the wisdom and the knowledge and the things that he has taught me and shown me. And that just the knowledge that I've gained from reading, researching, and digging in deep equips me with the tools I need to help you. And that's exactly what you need. And I don't want you to have to use me forever. I always tell my clients, I want you to fire me. I want you to get rid of me eventually, because then that means I did what I was called to do. That means I did what God had me do. And that was equip, empower you to be your own health advocate. So then now you can in turn go and help someone else, speak life into someone else, and help someone else learn. Let's all do this together, hand in hand. We can change the health and the view of what health looks like. It's not all about being aesthetically beautiful and perfect and what surgeries or whatever you can do. If you do that, that is, no judgment here. But when I created Your Age Is Not Your Cage, I could not do it in good faith without being honest about the fact that I have done no surgeries to myself, no enhancements, no Botox, no fillers, no, I take the wrinkles, I take the neck that's starting to droop and fall. And is it always easy? No, it's not. But this is what God gave me. God made us to get wrinkles, to show how much our face shows expression. You want to show expression with your face. You want people to see you smile in your laugh lines and frown lines and all the things, not just a plastic face. That doesn't make you younger. What makes you younger is the passion and the fuel inside of you to make a difference in your life and the life of others. So with that said, I hope this shared a little bit about me, my passion for you, my passion to help just create a better, healthy lifestyle, to educate and help you learn. And I pray that you will keep listening to the podcast and the stories I share. I pray about every guest I invite on this show, and I don't take it lightly. And I pray before every show for the Lord to give me his words to just help one person out there. If I can do that, I have done what he has called me to do. And that's what I'm all about. I want to empower you to go out there, find a coach, help someone else, do whatever it is, but don't give up in life, young or older. Don't give up. You're never too old. It's never too late. You're never too young. You can do this. Believe in yourself. Speak life into yourself. Tell the enemy no and tell Jesus yes, and let him take the lead. So that is what I'm about. Stick with me for all the episodes, for stories of encouraging, bold women, and I will have some men on, but stories that I assure you are going to speak to someone out there that needs to hear it. So don't let your age be your cage. In whatever you do, go out, live your life to the fullest. And that's it. That's all I have today. I enjoyed it. God bless, and stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for joining me.